2024 GOP platform Make America Great Again. Dedication to the forgotten men and women of America. Preamble. America First, a return to common sense. Our nation's history is filled with the stories of brave men and women who gave everything they had to build America into the greatest nation in the history of the world. Generations of American patriots have summoned the American spirit of strength, determination, and love of country to overcome seemingly insurmountable challenges. The American people have proven time and again that we can overcome any obstacle and any force pitted against us. In the early days of our republic, the founding generation defeated what was then the most powerful empire the world had ever seen. In the 20th century, America vanquished Nazism and fascism, and then triumphed over Soviet communism after 44 years of the Cold War. But now we are a nation in serious decline. Our future, our identity, and our very way of life are under threat like never before. Today we must once again call upon the same American spirit that led us to prevail through every challenge of the past if we are going to lead our nation to a brighter future. For decades, our politicians sold our jobs and livelihoods to the highest bidders overseas with unfair trade deals and a blind faith in the siren song of globalism. They insulated themselves from criticism and the consequences of their own bad actions, allowing our borders to be overrun, our cities to be overtaken by crime, our system of justice to be weaponized, and our young people to develop a sense of hopelessness and despair. They rejected our history and our values. Quite simply, they did everything in their power to destroy our country. In 2016, President Donald J. Trump was elected as an unapologetic champion of the American people. He reignited the American spirit and called on us to renew our national pride. His policy spurred historic economic growth, job creation, and a resurgence of American manufacturing. President Trump and the Republican Party led America out of the pessimism induced by decades of failed leadership, showing us that the American people want greatness for our country again. Yet after nearly 4 years of the Biden administration, America is now rocked by raging inflation, open borders, rampant crime, attacks on our children, and global conflict, chaos, and instability. Like the heroes who built and defended this nation before us, we will never give up. We will restore our nation of, by, and for the people. We will make America great again. We will be a nation based on truth, justice, and common sense. Common sense tells us clearly, in President Trump's words, that, if we don't have a border, we don't have a country. Restoring sensible border security and immigration policy requires many steps, all of which would have been and indeed were taken for granted by prior generations as obviously necessary and good. We must secure our southern border by completing the border wall that President Trump started. Hundreds of miles have already been built and work magnificently. The remaining wall construction can be completed quickly, effectively, and inexpensively. We must also vigilantly check those who enter our country by other routes and ensure that no one can enter our country who does not have the legal right to do so, and we must deport the millions of illegal migrants who Joe Biden has deliberately encouraged to invade our country. We will start by prioritizing the most dangerous criminals and working with local police. We must not allow Biden's migrant invasion to alter our country. It must not stand. Under the Trump administration and a Republican Congress, it will be defeated immediately. Common sense tells us clearly that if we don't have domestic manufacturing with low inflation, not only will our economy, and even our military equipment and supplies, be at the mercy of foreign nations, but our towns, communities, and people cannot thrive. The Republican Party must return to its roots as the party of industry, manufacturing, infrastructure, and workers. President Trump's economic policy to end inflation and return manufacturing jobs is not only what the American economy and American workers need right now, it is also what they want right now. Common sense tells us clearly that we must unleash American energy if we want to destroy inflation and rapidly bring down prices, build the greatest economy in history, revive our defense industrial base, fuel emerging industries, and establish the United States as the manufacturing superpower of the world. We will drill, baby, drill, and we will become energy independent, and even dominant again. The United States has more liquid gold under our feet than any other nation, and it's not even close. The Republican Party will harness that potential to power our future. Common sense tells us clearly that if we don't have a strong military, we won't be able to defend our interests and we will be at the mercy of hostile nations. The policy of the Republican Party must be to ensure that America's military is the strongest and best equipped in the world, and that our government uses that great strength sparingly, and only in clear instances where our national interests are threatened. Common sense tells us clearly that the Republican Party must stand for equal treatment for all. Likewise, the Republican Party must ensure the equal application of law to all regardless of political affiliation or personal beliefs. Recent Democrat-led political persecutions threaten to destroy 250 years of American principle and practice and must be stopped. America needs determined Republican leadership at every level of government to address the core threats to our very survival: our disastrously open border, our weakened economy, crippling restrictions on American energy production, our depleted military, attacks on the American system of justice, and much more. To make clear our commitment, we offer to the American people the 2024 GOP platform to make America great again. It is a forward-looking agenda that begins with the following 20 promises that we will accomplish very quickly when we win the White House and Republican majorities in the House and Senate. 1. Seal the border, and stop the migrant invasion. 2. Carry out the largest deportation operation in American history. 3. End inflation, and make America affordable again. 4. Make America the dominant energy producer in the world, by far. 5. Stop outsourcing, and turn the United States into a manufacturing superpower. 6. Large tax cuts for workers, and no tax on tips. 7. Defend our Constitution, our Bill of Rights, and our fundamental freedoms, including freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and the right to keep and bear arms. 8. Prevent World War III, restore peace in Europe and in the Middle East, and build a great Iron Dome missile defense shield over our entire country, all made in America. 9. End the weaponization of government against the American people. 10. Stop the migrant crime epidemic, demolish the foreign drug cartels, crush gang violence, and lock up violent offenders. 11. Rebuild our cities, including Washington, D.C., making them safe, clean, and beautiful again. 12. Strengthen and modernize our military, making it, without question, the strongest and most powerful in the world. 13. Keep the U.S. dollar as the world's reserve currency. 1. Fight for and protect Social Security and Medicare with no cuts, including no changes to the retirement age. 15. Cancel the electric vehicle mandate and cut costly and burdensome regulations. 16. Cut federal funding for any school pushing critical race theory, radical gender ideology, and other inappropriate racial, sexual, or political content on our children. 17. Keep men out of women's sports. 18. Deport pro-Hamas radicals and make our college campuses safe and patriotic again. 19. Secure our elections, including same-day voting, voter identification, paper ballots, and proof of citizenship. 20. Unite our country by bringing it to new and record levels of success. When America is united, confident, and committed to our principles, it will never fail. Today and together, with love for our country, faith in our people, and trust in God's good grace, we will make America great again.